When I worked with children, there was one boy who still haunts me to this day. He was 10 years old, but the way he behaved made him seem much older and much darker. At first, he seemed normal enough. He was polite in class, quiet, and usually kept to himself, but teachers began to notice something strange. Every time his mother came to pick him up, he would rush to the door, press his ear against it, and just wait. Not with excitement, not with joy, but with this sharp, anxious focus, like he was guarding something. One afternoon, I asked him why he did that, and he told me in a flat, matter-of-fact tone, "I have to make sure she doesn't leave me. If she ever tries to go without me, I'll stop her." It sounded odd, but not dangerous, at least not at first. But then things began to escalate. His mother reported waking up in the middle of the night to find him standing at her bedroom door. He never knocked. He never spoke. He would just stand there, watching. When she asked him why, his answer chilled her. "I was making sure you didn't sneak away." She tried to brush it off, but she couldn't ignore what happened next. One morning, she found all the kitchen knives hidden under his bed. When she confronted him, he didn't deny it. He simply said, "If you try to leave me, I'll use them. You'll never get out the door." At school, his behavior matched the same disturbing pattern. He grew possessive over a classmate, following her everywhere. If she talked to someone else, he would whisper, "They're not your friend. I am. If you leave me, something bad will happen." Eventually, the girl became so terrified that she refused to come to school. That was when the boy was brought to my office. We asked him why he was acting this way. He looked at us calmly and said, "People always leave. My dad left, my grandma left, everyone goes, but if I scare them enough, they'll stay." That single sentence explained everything and made everything worse. This wasn't about cruelty. This was about control. He believed fear was the only way to keep the people he loved from leaving, but it was no longer safe. Not long after, he locked his mother in her own bedroom, pushing a chair against the door. He told her through the crack, "Now you can't go anywhere. Now you're mine." That was the breaking point. Child Protective Services were called, mental health professionals stepped in, and soon, he was placed in a residential treatment program where he could no longer hurt others or himself. I never saw him again after that, but his story has stayed with me. Because sometimes the scariest thing isn't a child full of hate. It's a child so afraid of being abandoned that they would rather trap you in fear than risk losing you at all.